Good morning, students. Last time when we met, we studied about the money, the barter system, and the drawbacks of money. Today, we study about forms of money. We see money in different forms. That is just like money in the form of coins, money in the forms of currency notes, money in the forms of paper. So all these type of money can be classified on different points or on different basis. So it can be classified in two different forms. First, fiat money and fiduciary money. Fiat money, the money which is issued by order or authority of the government. Fiat money, it is the money that is issued by order or authority of the government. It means the money either it is issued by the order of the government or by the authority of the government, authority given by the government to someone to issue that. It includes all notes and coins. What it includes? It includes all the notes that we see in the market. It includes all the coins that we see in the market. Then any other currency which is issued by government or RBI, because RBI is the issuing authority for currency in our country. So all the currencies issued by government or RBI is the fiat money, because it is issued by either government or the authority by the government, that is RBI. And everyone in the country is legally bound to accept it as a medium of exchange. If you are giving rupees or notes to someone, he cannot deny you that I will not accept the note and I will not give you the money. Notes, currency notes or coins should be accepted by everyone in the country. So this is the fiat money, the coins and the notes, the money which is issued by order or authority of the government. They issued by the order of the government, it means this government issues, or someone who is getting authority by the government can issue this type of money. Now fiduciary money, the medium which is accepted because of the trust between the payer and the payee. It is a medium which is accepted because of the trust between payer and payee. It means if you have given a simple sheet of paper and you have written ₹5 on that, and if someone is accepting that, that is called a fiduciary money. Just like if we talk about checks are also the form of fiduciary money because these are accepted as medium of payment because of trust. Government cannot pressurize you to accept the check, but why you accept the check? Because you trust the person who is issuing check to you. So this type of currency is called the fiduciary currency. So these are the two types of currency. First one is fiat currency, which is issued by the government, and fiduciary money, that is issued because of trust between payer and payee. Now the second type of money, second type of division, that is full bodied money and credit money. Full bodied money refers in the terms of coin whose commodity value is equal to the money value. Full bodied money, it refers to money in terms of coins. Money in terms of coins. Why? Because its commodity value is equal to the money value. These type of coins were issued during the British period in our country. At that time, the commodity value of 5 rupee was equal to 5 rupee. The commodity value of 1 rupee was equal to 1 rupee. It means if you go to sell 1 rupee coin, it will be sold in 1 rupee. It means the metal used in the currency, just like in British period the coins were made of silver. So how much silver was used to make 1 rupee coin was costing 1 rupee itself. So the currency value and the commodity value were equal. 1 rupees silver was given was used to make 1 rupee coin. 5 rupee silver was used to make 5 rupee coin. So this type of currency is called full bodied currency, which gives you the full amount. Then the second type is credit money. Credit money, the money which currency value is more than commodity value. Just like if we talk about the 100 rupee note made up of paper, do you think the value of paper is 100 rupees? No, it doesn't cost more than 20 rupees. The value of note is 20 rupee, but it costs for 100 rupees. So this type of currency is called credit money. Why this type of money circulates in market? Because of the trust on the payee. The payee who is issuing us the currency assures us that he will pay this much amount to us in return for this currency. So this is called the credit money. So in short, if we talk fiat money, it means all coins and notes. Fiduciary money, checks. Then full bodied money, just like silver coin, which were used in British period. Today we don't have any kind of full bodied money in our country. All the money that we have in our market is a credit money, because nowadays coins also doesn't cost about equal to their commodity value. They cost less than their commodity value. All notes and coins which are running today. So all the notes and coins are credit money and fiat money, because these are issued by the government. The checks are the fiduciary money, and the silver coin which were used during British period were the full bodied money. Supply of money. How do money supply in the market? How it comes in the market? You should understand that money is a stock concept. Money is a stock concept. Why? We generally says that money circulates, and everything which circulates is a flow concept. So because of that reason, money should be a flow concept, but it is not a flow concept, it is a stock concept. Because what happens with money, that money, suppose the person A is having 100 rupees, he has given these 100 rupees to B for any other reason. B has given 40 rupees to C and 60 rupees to D. C has given 10 rupees to E and 30 rupees to F. D has given 5 rupees to G and 50 rupees to H and 5 rupees to I. It goes in the same way. Now if we see that A was having 100 rupees, when he circulated the amount, it was 100. Then he gave amount to C and D, it was again 100. Now when it was divided into 5 person, again it was, if we see what is that, 30, 40, 9, 40, 45, 95 and 100. So for how many time it circulates, it remains the same. It doesn't increase or decrease. What happens, that it just goes from one hand to another hand, but it does not increase. So it is called the stock concept. Any concept can be called a flow concept when it has a tendency to increase or decrease. But because money don't have the tendency of increase and decrease, it just circulates from one hand to another hand. So it is a flow stock concept. So money refers to stock of currency held by people of the country at a point of time. After this point of time, when RBI or government includes money in the system, then it will increase. When they stop adding the amount, it stop increasing. It will start only circulating among the people. So this is why it is a stock concept, and it circulates in the currency in the country. Who are the suppliers? Who are the suppliers of the currency? It is done by three different type of organization. First one is RBI, which has the power to issue currency. Then the second one is commercial banks. What they do? They issue money as loans. What they do? They give loan to people, they accept deposit, and they create money by demand deposit. What do they? They create money by demand deposit. So this is how they create money by demand deposit, that we will study in the next chapter in the detail. So first, RBI issues currency in the, then and how do they issue the currency? They issue the currency on the basis of the stock of gold, reserve of gold they have. Then the commercial banks, which circulates the loan and which creates the money by demand deposit. Then the government. Government generally doesn't issue money. Government just issue the coins which are of less than 5 rupee, and then they supply the money by third sources. Third sources means the Ministry of Finance that issues the notes, and they supply the money through the welfare policies. So this is how the money is supplied in the country, by three ways: by the RBI, by the commercial banks, and by the government. RBI, with the issues currency. Commercial bank, they create money by demand deposit and they circulate the loans. And the government, they circulate the money by welfare policies in the economy. Now, how the money is supplied in the country? Measures of money supply.